Hi, so tá sé Saoirse anse támuid in Mín Lárach on this. What I see in this is Mín Lárach, and they have, the people here speak more Irish than anywhere else in all of Ireland. So that 76% of people use Irish on a daily basis, if they use any Barla or English at all. So we're here in front of Dixon's in Mín Lárach, and it's a great place if you want to come for the crack and the oil and the concha agus and the beer. So they have food. So anyway, so they have the food and the fun and the drinks, and so they're open at about 4 o'clock for food. So they open earlier for drinks, but the food that is really good here and not too dear, so it's nice. And if you look over that way, you can see Tory Island, and you can see, actually you can see all three of them. Look at now. All right, so now finish buffing you and Imeall Dewey. So you can see 2 islands there. And you can see the ferry going out to Tory right now. And you can see the Tory lighthouse shining. It'll be shining here every night. And our friends, Danny, he used to own this and they used to run it. Now it's run by some other people, but the food's still very good. Hi, it's Saoirse here. So here we are still in Mín Lárach, and we're at Choll. So Choll is a really nice place because you've got a great view of Machaire Mountain and the Ballynas Bay and Machaire Beach. You can see how it goes all the way around and back into the bay. You can see Hornhead, and you can see, of course, the pier, Machaire Pier, and you can see Ennisbuffinny, and you can see Imeall Dewey, and you can sometimes see Ennisbeg, and then of course Tory Island out that way. So it's a great view, and it's just a really nice place to visit, and of course you can get a nice drink and stay. So Saoirse here, we're in the townland of Derry-Connell, and it's between Mín Lárach and Machaire and Gortahork, and we're here at Mickey Gabhann's house, and this house was built in 1860, and he was born here in 1865, about this time of year, November, and so he is a power lad, and his parents Thomas and Bridget were poor people in the Gaeltacht here, and so he went off to Scotland as a potato picker, you know, and then he ended up making it to America and then to Canada, up to the Yukon Territory for the gold rush, and he actually made a lot of money in the gold rush. So when he came back here, he actually built a really nice big house over that way. So from his front porch here, you can see this old thatched cottage. It's a museum now, so if you want to come during the tourist season, it'll be open and give the tours. But if you look out from his front porch here, you can see Ballynas Bay, and then you can see the North Atlantic, and then you can see some of the islands there, and you can see Hornhead, And then looking this way, you can see the Derry Mountains. You can see Mount Ergo right there. So he's got a nice view, and it's a really nice place to visit. So if you can come sometime during the tourist season when it's open, it'd be really nice to stop by and learn more about it. Hi. So one more thing is Mickey the Gabhann, he wrote a book called Wrote the Moor on Choll, and it means, well actually it translated into English as the hard road to the Klondike, and it came out in 1965, but I think you can still get copies of the book online or in print, definitely in open source things there. So it'd be really worth it to get a copy and read his story. Hi, so here we are in the town of Maoinaigh in the town of Mín Lárach, and we're at the Wild Atlantic Way lookout or viewpoint here at Rabhartaigh, so at the pier, Rabhartaigh Pier, and behind me you can see the Tory ferry, and that's the ferry that'll take you to Tory Island, which is 12 kilometres out that way, and you pass 3 islands on the way and then you get to Tory. And here is Rabhartaigh Beach and a good view of the Derry Mountains. Hi, so here we are in Curran Port. It's a Curran Port, and this is where the ferry for Tory and Innisboffinny will come and collect lorries and things on the bigger ferry boat. But it's a nice beach to come down to because you can actually see you got a good view of Tory Island there, and you have Innisboffinny and Innisdooey or Elandooey there, and so you got to get, and it's a stone beach going around, so it's very nice. Alright, so this is Saoirse here, and we are at the top of Machaire at the Machaire Glamping site. And so they have these wee cabins here on top of the hill, and it gives you an excellent view of Mhicí and Hornhead and Ballynuss Bay and Machaire Beach and the islands. So it's really beautiful to stay here, but the caveat is that you have to watch for the turnoff for the sign near the butcher shop, and then go all the way up till you see the next sign, and then turn to the right, and then go on up. So it's ways up here on top of the hill, so from time down there. So make sure that you follow the signs to get there and book ahead of time. So Saoirse here, I'm going to talk to you about my book, The Donegal 90 Talents, and it's an exciting new book, and it tells you really the challenge is to visit all 90 towns and villages in County Donegal. So obviously the 90 has to do with the fact that there's 90 towns and villages in County Donegal, but also, of course, when you do this and you take the challenge and you're actually going to places like where we are today here in Máiréad, then the crack is 90. So it kind of has that double meaning there. So, but if you want to see, you can see inside the book online. There's plenty of pictures. Every page has maps and pictures and details and all sorts of things on there. So, if it's a heritage town, it's marked with green, and the county town is marked with red. So it's really nice. Big as well worth it. You can get it online at Amazon.com, Amazon.ie, Amazon.co.uk, or even Amazon Germany or anywhere else that Amazon sells it. And then also you can get it at local big stores in County Donegal. This is the K, Curran, no, see, no, it's K. Anyway, never mind. I'll read it there. It's K Fort Curran. K Fort